10 weird things to do in London. I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, and entertaining. In this video, I'm not gonna be telling you the usual things to do. I'm gonna be telling you some weird things to do in this city. And the first one, it's here in Trafalgar Square. It's at that Admiralty Arch right back there, and it's to go find London's nose. Let's go check it out. Okay, close up to the arch, right in the traffic lane on here, where there's a small protrusion, and what do we see? A nose. There was an artist in 1997, he put up about 30 of these across London. 7 of these noses are still left. You can do a whole walk to find the 7 noses as well, but in this video I'm just gonna leave you with this one and head on to the other weird things to do in London. Second weird thing to do in London, from the nose, turn left. We're gonna head back to Trafalgar Square and find London's smallest police station. Here's the arch, there's the cross, and right over here in this hollowed out lamppost is London's smallest police station, built in 1920 to house 2 police officers as a lookout to keep the peace on this busy, bustling square. Another weird attraction in London is the Old Operating Theatre Museum. This operating theatre museum dates back to 1822, where this operating theatre is in the roof space of a church. To get to it, you go up this staircase. I'll show you going down because it's hard to film going up. It's 52 steps up to the top. Admission is £650 British pounds, and you can see what surgery was like in the 1800s. And this theater is where they would show off practices. Interesting, surgery was done here before the introduction of antiseptic, so hands weren't cleaned, neither was the things used to actually perform the surgery. Anyway, I am glad I was not in that hospital. Wooden tables definitely look a little less modern than when I was recently in the hospital. What did they have under the table to catch the blood? Sawdust. Over on the side, they show you the bandage rollers. They used to reuse bandages too, and then they wonder why people got infected, or at that time they called it ward fever from the recovery ward. Outside the operating theater, the rest of the museum shows you more about medicine of the time. They've got an old pharmacy, they've got old pharmaceutical products. I mean, it's really intriguing. You're not going to spend the day in this museum, but it's worth at least 30 minutes, and it's right next to the Shard and Borough Market, so lots of stuff to do in this area. Another weird thing to do in London is to visit the Wellcome Collection. Welcome with 2 L's. It is a free museum and library for the incurably curious. It was established by Mr. Wellcome, a philanthropist, a collector of medicinal historical items. Somehow in his personal collection and on display here is Napoleon's toothbrush, a mummy, some hair from a really old former king. Lots of really just weird things, hard to describe. There's currently an exhibition on cows, hence the picture of cows out here. There's alien sex museum exhibition. It's, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. You just have to come and check it out. There's also a cafe and a gift shop if you want to part with some souvenirs or you're hungry. The next weird thing to do in London is to visit the Grant Museum of Zoology. You can link this one up to the Wellcome Collection. It's just 2 blocks around the corner and run by the University of Central London. This museum not open super early, 1 to 5 p.m. Monday to Saturday. It is all about the preserved remains of animals. They've got bones, they've got preserved things. It's basically one big room with lots of things in cases, but it is one of those things that while I always knew these kinds of things existed for science, I never really knew it. And they've got like an elephant skull, which is really big, and next to it they've got an elephant's heart, which is also big. You can see remains of a tiger and the head of a saltwater crocodile. Also in the back, they've got preserved animals, including a preserved pufferfish. He looks pretty sharp. And unless you're a huge lover of animal remains, this might not be worth a trip on its own, but it's certainly worth checking this out after you've checked out the Wellcome Collection. For a weird hotel in London, sleep at the London Zoo. Yes, the London Zoo has a hotel. It's called the Gear Lion Lodge, and you can sleep with the lions, well, next to the lion enclosure at the London Zoo. Gear Lion Lodge consists of 9 cabins, each sleeps 2, and they start at £378. For 2 people, including dinner and breakfast, and entry into the zoo on both days. What do? You get to sleep right next to the lion enclosure. That's right, and the zookeepers will take you on a guided tour of the Africa section. I mean, I haven't heard of anything like it to spend a night in a zoo. The seventh weird thing to do in London is to visit Sir John Soane's museum. This used to be his house. Who is he? He's a famous architect in London that designed the Bank of London, and he is one of the world's original collectors. His house is full of knickknacks. I have never seen so many rare collectible items. He even has a original Egyptian sarcophagus in his house. Admission is free. There are fairly long lines. Don't get discouraged. They can move pretty quickly. Okay, if you didn't think it was weird down there, this store is called Cyberdog, and it's got two big silver statues. I don't know, let's go inside, see what's inside Cyberdog. Cyberdog is definitely the weirdest store I've been in London. It is in Camden Market in a basement level, and it's got everything you need to go to that next rave party. You want light up sunglasses, light up hats, light up jackets, everything that lights up, blinks, moves to the music. Even their escalator has like Pac-Man characters on it. The ninth weird thing to do in London has a bit more culture. This is to visit the Tate Modern Museum, which is generally regarded as one of the best modern art museums in the world. But modern art can be kind of on the weird side. Take, for example, this piece, a men's urinal, signed by the artist. That's it. Or take this room. I mean, it's really interesting to walk through, and it probably makes you think and makes you wonder what it is, but modern art is definitely a different art than what I'm used to. There's some things that are weird, but there's some things that are pretty cool. Take, for example, this robotic art piece. Final weird thing to do in London is to take a London loo tour. It is London's only toilet-themed walking tour. They've got 4 different walking tours, all themed about toilets. One, you can follow the life of Thomas Crapper. Yes, if you ever wondered how the toilet got its name Crapper, or about the life of the person that gave the toilet the name Crapper, well, you'll want to check out that walking tour. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some weird things to do in London. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up below. Click here to subscribe. Consider following me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or Instagram for more, or click here to watch some more videos out of our London series. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.